I was outside. It's like there's like a tornado going on out there. And we do have tornadoes here sometimes. And they are pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one, but it's a pretty cool sitch. I mean, as long as you're not, being swallowed up by it or whatever. But I thought it was pretty cool to see. Like, I was amazed by the power of the wind. Just that. Or whatever. Okay. So I have us on chat now. And so I'm going to start with the astrology. Let me see what time it is so I can, like 1:38. Okay. All right. So here's what I got for the astrology. What I'm looking into is Mars in Capricorn and the North Node, as well as Chiron, both are in Aries. So there's that, right? So let me just start with the information about Mars. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I got off the internet. It went into Capricorn on January 4th. And I don't know if any of you felt the shift, but I definitely felt the shift. And it's going to be there for 6 weeks, February 13th. So Mars in Capricorn is a roadmap for making progress. It causes high motivation. You could feel competitive and you could feel combative. You're going to have the desire to do and have the best and be the best. Like it's a strong energy, So this is where you're going to get, in line with your goals, or you're going to like look at it like logically, get focused, be ready to work hard, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to feel that energy and you're just going to move forward. In love, it looks like this energy will cause you to set boundaries and goals. Even in love department, set yourself some goals and ask if your long-term goals align still, or if they align with what you're doing today. Are you working toward that goal? Like that's what Mars in Capricorn is going to say to you. It's going to make you look at that. Like, where exactly do I want to be in 10 years from now? And am I working toward that? What do I really want? I mean, I know it's important to stay in the now, but this Mars in Capricorn, I mean, it's making you really get motivated to work toward what you want. So then you've got Chiron and North Node in the Aries. Okay, so Aries is the first sign. And if you are in Aries, this could be like happening right in your very own like first house of self, So Chiron, the wounded healer, is in Aries. And so is the North Node. So let's just talk about that. This energy, they call it a conjunction, I believe, when they're both in the same sign, right? And they work together. So the wounded healer and your purpose, your North Node, the reason you came here, are working together. You know what I mean? Like those two planets, right? Working toward becoming your whole self. You're embracing the journey of your whole life. The central purpose is to move forward to wholeness, integrate yourselves, body, mind, and soul. Pursue alternative methods of healing and share them with others. Create solutions where none have existed before. Be the leader. Aries energy is the emperor. Heal your own wounds. This is Chiron, right? Embrace the qualities that make you different than others. Hang out with healers and wise people to unlock the potentials inside of you. Fix what's broken. Become a mentor, a teacher. Dive into the pain. Embrace your flaws because it brings growth. Accepting yourself completely reveals new talents and abilities. In your quest to heal your wounds, you find your life path. Accept others as they are. Using your knowledge and experience to help others is who you are at the core. The house where this conjunction is now shows you which areas of life, how in what areas of life that you can help others. You hold a key and your presence heals others. How do you accept everything that you are right now, exactly where you are, with those you've surrounded yourself with, right? So how do you accept everything that you are, exactly where you are, while you're surrounded with all the people that you're surrounding yourself with, right? You're accepting everything and everyone. That's what this conjunction is helping you do. Like you're just really working on yourself. And I think this is really cool. So what I'm going to do with the tarot is I'm going to start with Libra, and what I'm going to ask is what energy do you need more of to get to your goals? And I'm going to ask, what energy do you need more of to heal your wounds, you know, with Chiron and the North Node? I'm going to use the Akashic deck for everything. And I'll clarify with another deck, but I'm going to use the Akashic for these main questions and the challenges too, because I feel like it's important because that deck is really magic. So let's just see what happens, and we'll start with Libra. And thank you guys for coming, and I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and commenting and all of that stuff too. All right, so Spirit. Angels, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters. Hey G-Star, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I didn't know anybody was here. Okay. Spirits, angels, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Please help me give clear, accurate messages for Libra about the planets, Mars, Chiron, and the North Node. Help me give them the messages that will give them the highest good and growth in their life, their spiritual journey. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we're going to ask first, like, what energy do you need to reach your goals with the Mars in Capricorn? What energy do you need more of? Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt. We'll have to clarify that, huh? Eight of Forces, I feel like that's Spirit. Okay, so what energy do they need more of to heal their wounds? Two cards came out for that one. And Spirit, tell me what their challenge is. Tell me what their challenge is. It looks like human stuff. You know, like human, like fear and stuff. Worrying about what other people think, that kind of thing, like that. And the Six of Roses. So that's an interesting card too. So those are your challenges. So we'll talk about everything one at a time. So we're going to start with the Mars, right? Your goals. What you need more energy of is the Eight of Forces. Ark of the Covenant at the bottom of the deck. Damn, that always comes out for you guys, Libra. Shoot. I did get some new information on that, though, so I'm kind of excited to read that card today because I feel like I got clarity the other day. Okay, so Eight of Forces. This is what you need more of, right? Is this Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt, energy, Spirit clarify. Five of Cups. You need to let something go. Our Tower moment. You need more energy to help you get clear on what you want. Wow, Libra, I don't know about this. There's a tower here. You need more of the tower. What are you saying? Spirit, this is crazy. I feel like I want to know what the tower. I'm just going to clarify the tower with a whole nother deck, okay? Because I'm like going like, what are they talking about? It's like you have to let go of the tower. I mean, you're letting go of something. Maybe you're getting like a wake-up call about something. I see the Ace of Wands here, which is like a cool new idea. And then the King of Pentacles. To reach your goals. Maybe your goal is to be the King of Pentacles, right? And it's some kind of idea. But there's something in your way there with that Five of Cups. It's like something's in your way. Oh God, this is confusing. Spirit, help me out here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Clarify the Five of Cups. Okay. Well, this is some old thing that you're needing to let go of. Boy, talk about a cryptic read right now. But this is South Node business in the Mars energy. So Mars is actually taking, Mars is working with you to move out of a comfort zone by probably, remember what Mars is like, right? It's the go-getter energy, get her done. Like, we don't have time to talk. We're getting this stuff done, right? So what's happening is a kind of like an awakening for you. Look at this. You've got renewal and the divine feminine right here. So I'm wondering, wow. So the Five of Cups is like, as soon as you walk out of this comfort zone or finally let go of this, whatever you're clinging to, right? And I feel like it's like a wake-up call here. And maybe to your divinity, maybe to your ability to create, right? Something. Like there's something big happening here. Spirit, clarify the lightning bolt. That's the Eight of Forces. I really want to know. I know all this stuff is what was clarifying it, but clarify it in this deck. The lightning bolt. Whoops. What are you giving them? What are you bringing them? What are you showing them? Integration. Integration. And spy card. Inspecting, watching. Okay. Okay, so remember in Mars where it was talking about you're kind of like setting boundaries with yourself, you're getting real about your goals, yeah, this is a goal, that is a goal. And what's happening is you need to let go of some stuff. It's regret. It's like you're living in this. It's very toxic. It's a very toxic energy, right? And you're comfortable there, it says. Like, dang, you're growing comfortable. It reminds me of that tree card, you know, where the woman is growing into the tree. Like, you're almost fucking comfortable. She looks almost comfortable in that tree, doesn't she? It's not here. I'm just like remembering it and thinking like, that's what all of this is kind of saying to me. And what's happening with the tower is some kind of huge awakening, and it's a good one too. It's like you're realizing something. Look at the similarities between these two cards and like what it's actually saying. You know, Ace of Wands, it could be a new idea. But since I feel like the Divine Feminine is actually wearing that same exact thing, I mean, totally different cards, but like same message, I feel like it's about your creative abilities, right? There's Mars right there. They're lighting a fire under you. And I'm not sure how it's going to go down, but I'm going to certainly try and find out. So tell me what the cool idea is. Tell me what the cool idea is. The sudden awakening, the Divine Feminine energy. Okay, so you're having an awakening to how your fears are limiting you, you know, and how maybe you're holding yourself back, you know. You're in a stalemate, it's telling me. I feel like you're understanding this, like your higher self is showing you something, you know, and your Divine Feminine energy is hot, you know what I mean? There's a lot of fire energy, and I mean, we got two towers or a tower and the Eight of Wands that's looking like a tower in this card. I feel like there's regret. I feel like there's, you know, I don't know. I feel like paranoia. That just came to my head, paranoia, I don't know. But what I see is like some kind of integration for you. And this is definitely like, I feel like a spiritual message, not a love message. And I feel like what's happening is it's you and your higher self coming together. It's going to be like a tower, it looks like, damn it. Like, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be shocking. Or maybe you already had the tower and your higher self is coming out and saying like, man, I know, that sucked, right? But look at what's happening. Like, your higher self is saying like you're holding yourself back from manifesting. You're holding yourself back from what you need, what you want, you know? Which, I mean, that's what this whole thing is about. It's like, what do you want? What is your goal? What is your long-term goal? Where do you want to be in 10 years? Where? You know, it doesn't matter what you want. Your soul is on board, right? I'm imagining it's probably the same thing as your human, but your human is like scared and living in fear and broken and not, and it's getting toxic for you. Like, I just can't stress that enough. And so this Mars energy, I feel like, is really important for someone because I feel like it's going to motivate you. I feel like the tower is motivation because there's renewal. And then that's when the Empress energy comes out. I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm excited for you to understand that divinity. I can create my own thing, you know, and so I feel like what's happening here probably, I don't see the Justice card or anything. I feel like right now what Mars is trying to tell you over the next 6 weeks is that staying in this energy of regret and you know, not having any kind of fire in your belly, I feel like it's holding you way back, and your higher self is giving you messages. I mean, it could be dreams. It could be like just, you know, like you're thinking and it just comes in. You know what I mean? Those messages are your own, you know, and they can come up anytime. So if you have some kind of awakening thoughts, listen to it. Because I feel like there's a lot of that going to be happening here with this Mars energy. Because you're just going to be drawn to grow. You're going to be drawn to go forward, you know, but this stuff is like holding you back, right? So your higher self is like kind of like showing you some stuff. Tell me what this King of Pentacles is doing here. I feel like that this is the transformation that's coming. Like you're transforming. Eight of Wands again. This is Spirit. I feel like you're gonna, yeah, a Page of Wands. You're feeling free. You're manifesting what you want. But there's still this dark energy. So, see, that's what they're telling you. Like, yeah, you want to be the King of Pentacles. I mean, you want to be stable and solid and grounded and like have everything you need and more. You want to create that for yourself. You want to be that King Midas. You can have it. And we want to give it to you, Eight of Wands. We want to give it to you. It's going to make you happy. But you're just still sitting in this energy, you know? Like, man, so you're really blocking your blessings and you're blocking your own goal, you know? So be careful with that. So you need more energy, more Eight of Forces energy, which would be spiritual help. Eight of Forces, look at it. Eight of Wands, Eight of Forces, right? That is definitely spirit involvement, right? And you're the target. And I feel like there's something in you that needs to change. You know, you have to let go of this old thing, whatever it is. It's really toxic. It's the regret you feel. It's the loathing. It's the not being able to move forward. You know what I mean? I totally resonate with this. It's so hard to move forward, you know, when you're feeling all kinds of like sad stuff, or because I mean, Five of Cups is here, Five of Pentacles is here, Seven of Swords is here, you know. So those are the thoughts that you can't get out of your head. And Spirit is saying, like, I don't know, I'm focused on you, babe. Why don't you focus on me? Look at me, you know, look at me. This is your higher self. This is all that is, whatever you want to call it, you know. But they're asking you to do that because they want to give you everything that you want. They want you to give you the King of Pentacles energy. But all this dark energy is stopping you from even believing it can happen, you know. You're not believing in it. So now I'm going to see, like, I'm sorry, that didn't sound like much of a like energy, more energy you need. Good. I mean, usually it's better than that, but I kind of get what they're saying. They're like, you're even blocking the Eight of Wands, you know, like they're trying to help you. They're trying, but it's like, you just want to stay there. So I kind of feel like, you know, you'll probably get some big epiphanies about something, clarity on the situation, possibly new information, right? Or maybe just simply like some kind of spiritual gift that like takes your mind to another place, right? Because they're saying what you need more of is like thinking about spirit. That's really what it says. Because it says that's the energy you need more of. That's what you need to focus on to get to your goal. Is spirit. You just need to focus on spirit. Contacting, having the contact every day, you know, however you do that. And so what your challenge here is views of the ego. That's what it's called. So let's just clarify it. There's one question on here that fits that story that is about on this card, and it's like, did you stay too long in a situation? So I'm wondering if that's like the whole thing, like your human is staying in the pain, in the regret. And remember the Chiron and North Node energy? Like that's actually energy that like tells us everything that happens was worth it. We'll get to that later, but I just feel like, wow, this is kind of like huge info, guys. Tell me about views of the ego. What's going on here? Okay, so 5 of Wands. You're struggling. You're struggling. You're could be like just inner struggle. It could be competition. It could be about a lover, Libra. So, is that what this is about? A lover? Someone that left you out in the cold, someone you need to let go of, but you just can't, and you can't. You just want to hang on. You just want them to come back. What? It's toxic, babe. It's toxic. This looks like it's a lover. This could be somebody really selfish. Somebody... No wonder all this toxic energy is here. It says this person's probably not going to change, man. So I have a sunshine card here, the happiest card in the deck. Once you just let go. For real. That's really what it says. This is your challenge, is letting this thing go. And so for one thing, like, don't forget the first question. Did I stay too long in this situation, in this energy, in this mindset? Did I stay too long? You know? And that's what you're needing to ask yourself. You know, it was a struggle. This whole thing was a struggle. So, yeah, I feel like once this is going to be your challenge, but I think you can do it. You know, it's really as simple as like focusing on what you have right in front of you, Sun card, right? Focus on what you do have, even if it's, you know, like if you don't have a lot of money or whatever, you still have things. There's still things to look at and be grateful for, like just in nature, right? And you can be grateful for all of that. And it just increases. And this is what exercises your soul. And that energy is coming from your soul. You know what I mean? So if you know, I feel like focus on the good stuff. Focus on the good stuff. All right. So Chiron energy needed to heal your wounds. The Chiron energy. So it comes out reflection card and the Ace of Keys. You need more of this energy. So maybe looking at your past. Let's clarify. These two came out together, remember? These two came out together, and oh, I'm missing you guys. Hello. I'm on Libra still. I'm still on Libra. Oh, thank you, Erica. Sorry, I didn't see yours. All right, so reflection and the One of Keys. Let's get this one. Okay, so I kind of feel like you're having like this, oh wow, you're having this almost like conversation. It's between your mind and your body. I mean, your soul and your body, right? So you're human and your soul. And it's about your past. You know what I mean? It's about your past. And so we're talking about the wounded healer of Chiron and the North Node, which is your destiny, right? And so there's something here that's going to have to be transformed, and it's some kind of um, past wounding. It's something you've been carrying around for a long time. And I feel like the way to healing it is love. I feel like it's like just to be kind and to offer love. Like I feel like you are some kind of very special person with a very special role in life. And I feel like there is a destined event here, and it's something that's brand new. It's something that you're going to build. Um, I don't know what it is. It's showing me Egypt. You want to see? It's called the architect. So the architect is making the plans for that great pyramid city, you know, on this card. It's like, and the Ace of Keys is like the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. So I feel like there's a new beginning coming, but I feel like there's some energy that needs to be changed. And I kind of feel like your human is really guarded. It's overthinking. And I feel like what's happening is maybe you're understanding possibly this situation. You know what I mean? I mean, this love situation, right? The struggled lovers, the feeling left out in the cold, like somebody fucked me over, right? And you're trying to let it go, but you're still kind of looking at it here, and rightly so, because probably since it's the North Node in and Chiron, so you're healing something so that you can move forward to your North Node. You know what I mean? So So what are you healing? I feel like, so let's talk about Chiron. Chiron is an entity that is like in mythology, right? Half horse, half human. He was rejected by his parents as a child and he was an outcast. But it turns out that the dude was like uber smart, like so smart. Probably because of what happened to him in his life. You know, if he was cast out, like thrown away, like he had to fend for himself. Think about all the shit the dude learned, you know, from probably from infancy. I mean, I don't know the whole story, but I'm just imagining it, right? And so I feel like, so that's the story of Chiron. And it very well could be, in a way, the story of you, was what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of like shady shit going on. Heartbreak City, you know, probably goes all the way back to when you were little, just like Chiron, the wounded healer. So I feel like you're having a little bit of a, I don't know, conversation about that. And I kind of feel like what your higher self is saying, like, follow me. I know the way, right? And you're really fighting with it. Like you're guarded. You're feeling like, I don't want to. I'm sad. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm tired. You know, my head won't shut off. So, you know, I mean, what you're going to have to do is some kind of huge transformation here with your higher self, right? I mean, you're basically what has to happen is your human has to decide, okay, I trust you. And it looks to me like it's pretty bleak here. So if you haven't been pushed all the way to the edge, I feel like you're gonna be real close here because I see the Fool card. So I kind of feel like you're close, but I feel like the energy you need more of is to like reframe the thoughts of whatever it is that is hurting you so much about this person. So I'm feeling like maybe I'm going to ask this one deck, like, what could this actually look like for Libra? Like, what's the energies? What exactly, like, do they need to, what is that Five of Swords? Like, what is that Seven of Swords? Like, what do they got to let go of? Well, they're telling me how to do it. They're not telling me what it is. They're saying, like, there's confusion, but there's new information coming in, and it's coming in with Mars. Look at that. Can you believe it? So there's something going on with this Mars stuff. It's this, isn't it? It's that dang Eight of Wands, just spirit watching you. They're watching everything. They're watching you suffer. They're watching it. And it all comes down to kind of you, like the human, right? So the way to change that energy is to stay in the present moment and to focus on abundance and to focus on gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how hard it is, try to do it, because I feel like it's changing, like bringing clarity and changing things, opening your third eye. There's a rebirth happening here for you. You see, like, it's time for some big thing to happen. You've been closed off. You are closed off. So, and you're having like isolating thoughts. So self-love is right here. So if this is about a person and you just are so like forlorn about losing this person, like this person, you're so in regret. I did this, I did that. You're blaming. Don't do that. Stay in the moment, like what's going on right now, and be grateful, you know? And I mean, that's what Spirit is saying. Like, there's a big, huge harvest coming in, like money. When some kind of truth comes out, there's a transformation. New beginnings is what's happening. The Ace of Pentacles again. So I feel like this staying focused in the present moment and keeping your eye on what you do have, like, especially if you're in a pretty dark place, like, notice the things that Spirit gives you. You know what I mean? Be grateful for what Spirit's giving you. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to be in 3D and all that too. But watch for Spirit, because it's this Eight of Wands that's talking to me. So messages, right? And maybe like just totally slowly sloughing off some of the stuff. You know what I mean? Because I see a transformation coming in here. And it's going to be all this sword stuff, because it's all about your human, you know? Your human is still going through it, still trying to let go. It's just been a slow process. But I feel like Mars is going to motivate you, and Chiron and North Node are shifting you, because Chiron is the one that encourages you to love every experience, to find like that guy, you know, he ends up, you know, he's getting thrown away at birth, but then he ends up being so wise, right? And everybody comes to him for stuff, like all wisdom. He's a healer, he's everything, right? And so it was the reason that he turned out like that, probably was because he had so many experiences. And that is what I feel like Spirit is showing you. Like, you don't have to feel detached. You don't have to feel anything negative at all about your experiences, because, babe, we've been growing the whole time. Growing the whole time. Six of Roses. Let's look at this card, because this is your challenge for the Chiron and the North Node energy. The War of the Roses. This card is about a standoff between your higher self and your human. And it's like you're both standing each other off on a field. And when I looked up this card one time, I was doing a specific reading, and I'm like, what does that mean? And what it means is, like, basically get off the field. Like, you need to surrender right now. You know what I mean? That's kind of the message of the card. I have 6 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is Spirit wanting to lead you to complete healing and wish fulfillment. They want an end of a cycle for you. They do. And there's the 6 of Cups. There's that 6 of Roses. This is what the fight is about inside you. Here we get to the bottom of it. It is about probably inner child wounding, or it's somebody that you love, because we have that too. You know, it could be like just someone you just can't freaking think about, stop thinking about, right? So let's clarify a little bit more there. I kind of get it. It's a challenge to like surrender to your higher self. But what's happening is like a complete change, you see. I mean, because there's a tower. And when there's a tower, there is a complete crumbling all the way to the ground. Nothing fucking left. And when that truly happens, it takes a while to get out of that fucking rubble. You know, it does. It does. And that's what you're doing. You're kind of like just trying, and Spirit is so helping you. And I know why, because at the bottom of the deck, remember the Ark of the Covenant? You are very special. You are very special, Libra. Because, you know, not everybody gets this card every time. You do. Every time the Ark comes out. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So what they're taking you to, what Spirit is taking you to, they're ending you a cycle. They're giving you a brand new, whole brand new beginning. And I feel like this is going to be hard for you. Why is it hard? Why is this so hard to surrender this? Why? It's because when you're in this energy, it's like there is no fire in your belly, and you're not really leading from a heart space at all, because like you're in a dark place, you know? You're thinking about this whole thing like over and over, like what could I have done different, you know? And you're just, I don't know what you're doing, but it feels like you're distancing yourself, you know, you're detached maybe from, you know, you're detached rather than present. And so your higher self is going like, man, we got to get out of this place, you know? So that's what's happening. There's kind of like, there's this kind of war between you guys. And I mean, that's what the card is, War of the Roses, right? And it's like saying like literally like, get off the field, human. Get off the field, really? Really? Get out of this place. We got to move forward. You got to know the truth. Okay, so now we're going to look at the bottom of the deck, and I haven't really looked at that for anybody else, but we're going to do it because, wow, how about it? The Ark of the Covenant, let's talk about it. So, the Ark of the Covenant, it's this big box. And it's something that they wrote about in the Bible, and it's something that they talk about on Ancient Aliens. And there's many theories, and it's missing. Like, it's been missing forever. There's so many theories about this ark, right? But we'll just go with the Bible story for now. So it was an ark, and they carried it around, and it was like solid gold, and it was you know, had a sealed lid, and people could carry it, only certain people could carry it, and they couldn't touch the ark. There were bars along the sides because the ark was so powerful. Like when someone would accidentally even touch it or brush up against it or anything, dead. So the story goes, right? But guess what was in the ark? Guess what the Israelites carried in the ark according to traditional Bible story? It was everything special that God gave them. Remember, he wrote the 10 Commandments, right, on the tablets. that was in there. While they were wandering in the wilderness, there wasn't any food. And so he made it rain manna from heaven, according to the story. And that stuff was good until a certain time of the day. And then it turned into worms. Like they got the manna every day. But they did save a little bit. And they put it in that ark. You see what I mean? The cherished, most cherished things were inside that ark. Proof was inside that ark, right? Proof of the manna, proof of those 10 commandments written by God's finger, right? Proof, sacred, beautiful truth, all put into this box made of gold. And you're the ark. You're the gold box. And whatever information you have inside of you is so important to what's happening on the planet right now. And I just feel like it's important that you know that. And I know that you're facing like all of this stuff, whatever it might be, but you have this huge purpose. And we're talking about the North Node. You're being shifted onto that, right? You're learning a little bit more each time. And it's right now with the Chiron. So it's healing this wound, from your inner child, and also shifting you onto a new path. And I feel like your soul is ready and waiting. And here's another, remember where it said, like, I asked, like, what can they do? And it was like, stay in the present, right? Here's a couple of more little clues, because I'm like, how come this is so hard for them? And it's because, you're in the darkness. And so what it needs to happen, like Knight of Wands energy, I feel like I love this card because it's almost like, look at how fun she's having. Like, she's so excited. She's doing whatever she wants. She's doing what makes her fucking happy, right? And I feel like you need to do more of that. And I know it's hard, but I feel like Spirit is saying, like, dude, I know this is a challenge, but like, man, this is what's going to like line you, put you into alignment for what's next. I mean, what do you got in that box? And did you know that, like, to the universe, that you are that precious gold box that everyone seeks? I mean, there's so many messages in this Ark of the Covenant. Like, just how precious you are. How precious this has always been, right? Okay, and the other part is love. Like, coming from a heart space, like leading with a heart space. So those are your two ways, kind of like ways out of this. Like, your soul wants to lead you somewhere. You're kind of arguing with it. And if you want to go and, I mean, you can like start doing those things, living in the moment, being present, being grateful. Understanding that everything that you've learned so far is like, think about everything that you've learned so far, like even this situation here. Like, it's so precious, the information that you've learned that's inside of you, that Ark of the Covenant. Like, it's saying, like, whatever you've gone through is so important to Spirit. And I think it's got something to do with like what you do with that information too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the new beginning. But first, you gotta let go of it. You gotta, like, work through this energy, right? Feel it, honor it, and understand, like, what it gave you. Like, wow. What did it give you? Higher learning. When I just split the deck, it was the Hierophant card. So it's like, it moved you closer, like, closer to your goals spiritually. Like, it pleases your soul, but like, I feel like you're like in this comfort zone, and I feel like I need you to be aware of that, because Spirit is like, loves you so much. Like, wow. They're so like you're precious. You're precious like that Ark of the Covenant. What's going on here? Woohoo! Wow, that was a pretty good reading, huh? Did you like it? I did. 50 minutes. Holy buckets. That took me a while. Lots of messages for Libra today. I hope it helped. Okay, so spirits, angels, guys, we are now going to go to Scorpio. Scorpio. And we need to know what energy they need more of to reach their goals. What energy do they need more of to reach their goals with the Mars energy? Tell me what needs more energy. Loving elementals. And up in the air. They both came out. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to think of a way to like get rid of that, but I will take it. All right. So what about Chiron? What energy is needed? What more of to heal their wounds? Caught in the ruins. So it looks like you're going to be looking at your, like your patterns. I feel like. Okay. All right. So your block for the Mars energy, right? Like what could be blocking you? It's the number 2 card. It's the Akashic Library. This is about writing your own story, making a conscious effort to manifest. Yeah, so that is what the Mars thing is about. It's about creating your own life, it's about setting your goals and like making it happen. So I feel like for some reason that's your challenge, with Mars, right? I feel like what you need more energy of is the loving elementals and up in the air. So the loving elementals is like the 3 of Cups. But in this deck, it's the loving elemental. So it's like got fairies and stuff. And there's a little kid on it. A little tiny kid. I'll show you. And so what I feel like is happening with that is like understanding, like, first of all, you could be seeing other realms. First of all, that could be part of the reading, right? But I kind of feel like also, I feel like this is like an energy of like being a child, looking from a child's eyes, right? Because kids can see that kind of stuff until somebody tells them that it's not true, right? They just lose it. Think about all the people who have like invisible friends or whatever, and and then people tell them like, oh, that's wrong. We better send you to therapy. Okay, so I feel like what it's saying is like you need to have like more, like kind of like that kind of vibe, like looking through eyes of a child, like within, exploring new things, seeing things differently for the first time, like that. And the other energy that you need more of is up in the air, and that's about trusting spirit enough to like get into that balloon that you've never been in before, that you don't know how to steer, that you don't know how to land, and your higher self says, get in. You need more of that. Okay, I'll get in. Okay, I'll get in. But for some reason, like you're challenged with the Mars energy about reaching your goals or whatever. It's really, I don't know why that's your challenge, but it is. It's like you maybe you don't know what you want or something. I don't know. So let's just clarify this Mars stuff, shall we? Thank you, Erica. 1:11 on the clock. Okay. Okay, let's clarify up in the air and the loving elementals for Scorpio. What are you trying to say here? They need more of this childlike energy. Having fun. Being a kid. Enjoying life. Having, like, room for possibility, right? Believing, right? Believing. Up in the air. You need more of this energy of believing and trusting in your higher self. All right. Clarify what's going on here. That's a lot. Why do you do that? I just want like a couple cards, like not 20. It's too confusing, Spirit. Thank you. Up in the air. All right, so there's that Three of Cups. And it's accompanied with the Queen of Swords. Okay, I feel like why they're saying that you need more of this kind of like free falling, like I'll trust you spirit energy is because maybe you're really guarded, like you're, like really easily like off with your head with everybody, right? And I feel like you're kind of in your own zone in some kind of way, like maybe you're working on something really hard, but I feel like you're not really open to like that loving elemental friendship kind of card. You're not even open to it. And I feel like it's important that you are for some reason. I also feel like you're kind of like having like a should I listen to my body? Should I listen to my soul kind of thing about something. Like, so I feel like that's why, like, you're so involved in like something that is going on. Like it could be like about work or money, right? You're concentrating on money, maybe. And maybe you're just been busy and like don't want to like give any attention to I don't know, spiritual stuff. What's the Justice? High Priestess. I feel like you have incoming knowledge coming in, see? Hermit. It might be asking you to meditate. I just feel like they're asking you to do something, And I feel like it's really a life-changing thing. But for some reason, like you're not all that open to it. Like you're not open to whoever's coming in. Because there's a Three of Cups here. So Three of Cups could be associated with friends. It could be associated with a reunion. It could be associated with like spirit, right? So it's got all those different meanings. And I feel like it is spiritual because the Eight of Wands is right there. So I feel like there's some kind of justice that you're seeking and you're really concentrating on it, right? You are. And I feel like you are focused on your pentacles. And so spirit is asking you to like pay attention to what they're talking to you about in the higher, like in your higher self, right? What your higher self is telling you, you know, what the nudges are. Because I feel like there's a decision that you have to make here and you don't know. And that's why the more energy that you need is to trust that soul. You need to trust that soul. So, Spirit, show me what you're going to do to like get them to trust you. What are you going to do? What are you going to show them? Freedom. Freedom. A new path. They're going to show you how far you've come. So I kind of like when I look at this balloon card, I kind of feel like, you know, like, so spirit is going like, you want to get the balloon? And you're like, I mean, no, I don't even know how we're going to land. And your higher self says, I know how we're going to land. I know how to do it. Just get in. I did it in another life. So did you. Get in. Do you trust me? It's really one of these moments. And I feel like you kind of got your guard down and you're focused on some kind of justice, right? And I feel like the reason they want you to get into the balloon is because they want to show you the justice. They want to show you from their perspective. So who knows what this could look like? You know what I mean? I don't think it's a literal balloon, right? But I feel like it's something. It's something. And they're asking you like to trust them, right? Trust me. And what it's giving you is like a new like beginning, like a spark. You're excited, you know, like Page of Wands. She's skipping and a hopping and jumping, super stoked, right? And it's coming out with a Hierophant too, like saying like, look at you grow, man. You know, look at you climbing that ladder of light. Like, it's exciting, really, right? So you need to have more like trust in your soul here when it comes to like this Mars energy, because it's like a go-getter energy. And I feel like they're trying to push you some specific direction. And I feel like it's this direction. And you're sort of like, you don't know whether you want to go or not. So here's what your challenge is the Akashic Library. So let me just tell you what this is about. This is about writing your own story, like from today forward. Like, I mean, Spirit is basically giving you the pen, you know, your higher self, and saying like, what do you want now? I mean, we've done it. We've done our stuff. What do you want? Really, what do you want? Mars energy. Where do you want to go? What's your goals? Conscious effort to manifest the life that you want. It's about heightened intuition, and it's about self-creation, and it's your challenge. How come? How come this is a challenge? It looks pretty good to me. What's going on? This could be about writing a book too, about your experiences, right? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I feel like there's something holding you back. It is a childhood thing. Oops, gratitude. Gratitude. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for this reading right now. I love this Akashic Library card. But I feel like you feel like it's a burden, you know? However, I do feel like there's some sort of power in it. Like it gives you some kind of power. I think it takes a lot of courage, but I think it gives you a lot of power, if that makes sense. it could be because of the past. And like, remember, we're working with Chiron and North Node energy as well here. So they always like kind of run into each other, even though I try and separate them. But I feel like, there's something, it's probably from your childhood. And I feel like that's something that needs to be like reframed, reworked, new story, like the way you look at it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be something that defines you in a negative way, because just like the Chiron guy, who's half horse, half man, and he was thrown away by his parents. They didn't even want him, and so like because of that experience with his parents, like he became one of the wisest of all in the land. Like everybody came to him for everything. Like, what can I do about this? He knew everything. So what I'm saying is like there's a reframe going on here. It could be, if you want to do it, about something about your childhood, and it could go something like what I just said about this Chiron, the wounded healer. Like, how can you know how can you make lemonade out of that lemon? You know what I mean? How? What story is good enough that it can take it away? I think you can write it into existence, right? Because maybe the way you looked at it before, was like a drudgery. It was the worst thing that ever happened to you. But you get in this balloon with your higher self and you start paying attention to what it's saying to you, and what you realize is how much that experience gave you. Like, I don't know how they're going to show you, but I can tell that they're going to show you. You're going to see it. So, Spirit, tell me more about this. Like, what can they do to help themselves here with this challenge? What can they do to help themselves? Unconditional love. 10 of Cups. You can love yourself unconditionally. All of it. And if you want to hang on to this old thing and think of it like that and just stay there, that's okay. But I do feel like it's important to unconditionally love that piece of you that went through it, that created who you are right now. The strength, the compassion, whatever it gave you, the ability to love unconditionally, right? So I feel like you can flip that around if you want to. Any more on that, Spirit, for Scorpio? I feel like why this is a challenge, whatever Spirit's asking you to do, it's a challenge because I feel like there's something else on your mind too. You know what I mean? Like human stuff. A lot of it. And what they're asking you to do is like take the pen, but you're really living in the past. And so how can you, I mean, it's like I don't know. So here's what I'm kind of getting out of this, like just like lump sum Mars. Whatever you want here, Spirit wants to give it to you. You know what I mean? Whatever your goals are, Spirit wants to give them to you. It's just that you are so hung up on something that you don't, I think you don't even, I don't know. I think there's something about the way you were loved as a child that was a burden. You felt like a burden. Love feels like a burden. And so it carries into every relationship that you have. This is a pattern that you're noticing. And I feel like it is a challenge. And so I feel like the key is to like go inside and talk to spirit. Maybe put a bubble of protection around yourself, like a bubble of love, and do some meditating about it, you know, to try and change that feeling that you have, right? Because you have some really, like, you have 10 of wands attached to 10 of cups. You do. So, and then the Lover's card came out with it, which is like, so you carry that into every relationship that you have, it looks like. And Spirit is saying, like, this is a challenge. Yeah, because you think everybody's gonna do you dirty, right? So you're guarded about everybody. That cycle's closing out, okay? And so it's going to close out. Wait, it just is. The cycle is closing out, whatever this is. And I feel like you can write what you want. And that's the whole point of this Mars. What do you want? Spirit is saying. Like, what do you want? We're leaving all this shit behind. All of it. All the toxicity. All the pain. All the feeling of whatever. Like, we've figured it out. We're done. We're done feeling like this. We're moving forward. So what's next? Up to you. And there's your challenge. What do you want? Okay, so let's look at the Chiron and the North Node energies. So the Chiron North Node energy, what you need more energy of right now is the understanding that no matter what's going on in your life, you can change it, right? I feel like there could be like some kind of feeling of being trapped, and Spirit is saying like doing nothing causes more damage, and there could be addictions, unhappy relationships, old beliefs, right? But it's like this is what you're looking at in the Chiron energy, Chiron North Node energy, and the knowledge that you can get out of that anytime you want. Like you're the ruler of your own life, period. Right? So it's like you feel trapped, but like, no, you're not. Chiron energy, North Node energy says, no, I'm not. What your challenge is with the North Node and Chiron, this healing energy, right, is to try new things, right? Five of Scrolls, diversity. Learn new things, try new things. Let yourself go further than you've ever gone before. Like Star Trek. Further than we were. Is that what that was in? I think it was. Okay. Caught in the ruins. Tell me about this caught in the ruins. And why do they need more of this energy with Chiron? This is about being trapped in a cycle, right? Like you've been in this cycle, and your Chiron energy is going like, yeah, this is really old. And I feel like you need more energy to understand, like, dude, you got this thing, right? You can climb out of that anytime. Spirit's got your back, you know it. Your heart, its chakra is open at all times and where it can be. And I feel like there's some kind of new information coming in when you actually, like, walk away from something. There's huge success. What are they leaving behind? What is it? Yeah, confusion. You're leaving behind confusion. What are they confused about? Page of Pentacles. Maybe a new beginning, maybe a message, maybe a child. I feel like Hangman, seeing it a new way. Maybe your higher self is showing you, like, let me show you this in a different way, right? Like, remember what I was saying? Like, every single thing that happened is a blessing and gave you something. And, like, maybe now they're showing you, like, look at how strong. Look at how much compassion that you learned, right? And you learned how to lead with love. The King of, or the Knight of Cups, right? And here you are manifesting. living the life that you've always wanted, going from one great experience to the next, right? And so I feel like what you're doing is maybe, yeah, reframing some old ideas maybe about your childhood. Remember, we were reading about that here, as it's attached to love, right? So I feel like you're getting really a lot of enlightenment here. I guess you got to choose to get into the balloon ride, though. Whatever that might mean for you. I don't know what it is. Okay, diversity. Tell me what's diversity here for Scorpio spirit. What are they learning? Where are they going? Where are they going? What do they need to know? Why is this a block? Okay, so you're getting an idea that's going to bring you abundance, but like you are so heartbroken, like you can't get up. Oh man, I'm sorry. I did not see that shit coming. So you're asked to be leaving, to go somewhere, to go more than you've ever gone before, you know? And you're so sad. It's like you're stuck, right? Temperance angels here. So it's a possibility, like this Five of Scrolls, try new things, right? This could be about actually transmuting energy. It could be like something new that Spirit's showing you. Like, look, you can really change energy. You can. You can change the energy in a room. You can change your own. You can change, right? It's usually just with a thought. It's like a flip of a switch. It's like going from feeling like you are a loser, like you hate love, you can't love, all these things about love because of something that happened with your childhood. But the reality is, like, I bet it made you love better. I bet it makes you cherish love more. You know what I mean? Okay. So I feel like you have an option here, you know? It's an option to, stay where you're at or move forward, and try new things. And Spirit is giving you this way or this idea or this opportunity, right? But I see like a lot of like sadness, like could be holding you back. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Three of Swords. It's a lot going on here, Scorpio. Like, oh my God, what is it? So you get this new idea. It's going to bring in abundance and happiness. But for some reason, like, you're so stuck in this, whatever happened. Hello, Chiron. Right? So let's see what that is, shall we? I mean, how's it going to help you if we don't even know what that is? What's the Three of Swords? Mars is here. Three of Swords. It tells me that there's a lot of growth coming for that. And there's the Alchemy card, which is the same as the Temperance card. Like, you're changing the energy. Here's how you're doing it. Like, instead of focusing on like maybe the way you're feeling, I don't know how you're feeling, but it looks pretty icky. Five of Pentacles. I don't want to look up. I don't want to see what's behind the door. I don't want to. I'm tired. I'm sad and I'm alone. Right? And so Spirit is coming in and I'm saying, like, what the hell is going on here? And Spirit's saying, like, well, alchemy is the end result, right? So I feel like maybe this diversity card it's saying, like, try new things and go be farther than you've ever gone before. And it's going to be a struggle because you're feeling pretty shitty, pretty limited, pretty full of fear, you know? And I don't know why, but I'm getting mom just came to me at the bottom of the deck. Mom vibes. So this could be like this old feeling could come from a mom. Because I saw divine feminine down there is why. I don't like to pin her with anything bad raps, but she is a mom, right? And it's right there with fear. So I feel like that particular thing is probably what Chiron is working on, right? Alchemizing. So the way to get out of that, just like everybody else, it's like to focus on what you have, stay in the present moment, be grateful for what you have, look back on your growth, look back at what this situation actually did for you. You know, what kind of things did it teach you about anything? Look for all of it. And I don't think you even really have to look that far. Because Spirit is almost saying, like, Spirit almost just corrected me and said, no, like, that's not it. It's not to look back, it's to look forward. It's to look forward. So I feel like it's important for you to stay focused on abundance, on what's right in front of you at the moment. Don't let yourself stray too far from what's going on. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like you have some pretty cool things happening. But I also see, like, you know, you're struggling, right? And so your higher self is here. You have ancestors here. And I feel like you're having, like, your soul is coming to the surface. Judgment card. It's where your soul actually comes up and says, like, wait a minute, what about me? You know, they're not egotistical or anything. It's just that sometimes when the human gets so low, I feel like the higher self has to remind it that it's not alone. You know, has to remind the human, however that might look. Like maybe showing you a whole bunch of shit to be grateful for, you know, pointing it out. Sunrise, a cool tree, a special flower, a heart-shaped rock, whatever. You're noticing it, right? And it's changing you. It's changing your energy. You're letting go of something. You're definitely being shifted onto a North Node, right? And I think that part of it starts with, like, writing your own next chapter, right? So what's it going to look like? What do you want? You know? So I kind of feel like all these planets are kind of like bringing that around. And your higher self is saying, like, I'm going to show you. I feel like they're going to show you, like, really what it gave you, like, from their perspective. You know what I mean? I always picture it kind of like a wonderful life kind of dream, right? Like, you're just like, Spirit is like, what about, well, if you wouldn't have done this, look. Wouldn't you love a dream like that? It happens. Ask for one. All right, Sagittarius is next. Jesus, I'm getting crazy with these readings. I have to stop it. 1, 23, 24. 1, 23, 24. Those are fun numbers. All right. Spirits, angels, guides. Tell me what energy that Sagittarius needs more of to help them get to their goal. Okay. Chiron, what energy do you need more of to heal? And then your challenge for Mars is King of Forces, and your challenge for Chiron is clearing the way. So, like, there's, yeah, it's that old wound, I think, you know? All right, so tell me about the Five of Scrolls for Sagittarius spirit. This is about what you need more energy of to get through the Mars is like actually pushing yourself farther than you've ever gone before. You know, like this is Mars energy trying to push you farther, go farther, dream bigger, know your strength. The Justice card is here with strength. Eight of Wands is here. Okay. So this is also about like creating your own stability. I feel like your goals, right? And I feel like you need to understand like who you really are. And I feel like the manifester that you are, right? And that you can manifest money even. And I feel like that is what the Mars is about. And I feel like what you want is to be stable. And I feel like what you have to do is be willing to go as far, it's farther than you've ever gone. New things that you've never done. That's pretty beautiful. Tell me about the King of Forces. This is your challenge, King of Forces. King of Forces. He's the King of Wands. Tapped in, tuned in, turned on. Nature lover, King of the Forest. Why is this your challenge? I feel like your soul has a plan here, you know, like, and they're ready to go. And I feel like goal is success, you know? And I think the challenge here, I don't know. I feel like something going on here with a child, right? Tell me what that is. It's like decisions, right? Yeah, overthinking. There's a lot of options. It's confusing. I feel like this could be like about relationship, Sagittarius. I do. I kind of feel like it's about a relationship and love and someone offering you love and you not knowing what to do. I feel like it's passion that is your challenge with the King of it's because you have this goal to manifest stability, right? Queen of Pentacles, to know your value. But your challenge is the King of Wands, which could be a person, like somebody sexy, somebody, you know. Your soul says you can have whatever you want. Why is this in the way? Why is this the challenge? I don't. It's because you're too emotional, right? You're so emotional. So your human is like it's stuck in this emotion thing. And I don't know. I feel like it's, you know, kind of like it's in your way. I mean, you have a lot of cool things coming here with this Five of Scrolls going farther than you've ever gone. And like, manifesting money, but you're so caught up in this emotional turmoil about this king of wands. So this could be like a Aries, Leo, Sag, or it could be like just somebody that you have a lot of passion with. You have a lot of like sexual attraction to. Tell me about the Chiron energy. So the energy needed to heal is the Forest Scrolls. It's the karmic trench. It's like trying to figure that out. And the Empress is here. And the Queen of Wands. I feel like it's just a matter of like, so you're in this cycle is what it's telling me. Like you're in this cycle and you're constantly, and it could be about love because it seems like that's the theme here. And it's like you are saying to yourself, like, I don't know if I should put any more energy into this or not, right? And then in comes some kind of message, in comes a bouquet of flowers, and then there you are, right back again, smitten, right? You're just like in this karmic trench over and over. So I feel like with the Chiron energy, I feel like your higher self is asking you to look at that. Look at that pattern of constantly. It's a pattern with a love situation, and it could be like 100 different people all with a different face, right? But pretty much the same story. Like they're all some type of way, right? And that's just the story, and it keeps you in this emotional turmoil. I feel like one of the reasons that you attract, like, so what you're attracting is someone sexy, basically, right? King of Wands. It's not a bad energy, but the reason that you are attracting that kind of energy, which could be, they could be the person that doesn't put down roots, right? They could. Wands, they're all about sensuality and sexuality, right? And that's what you're coming in as too. Like, so that's where you're vibing at. But I feel like spirit might be showing you something new about yourself. You might be wearing a different energy, which would change what you're attracting to yourself, Sag. You know what I mean? Like it would change really what you're attracting. So your challenge is clearing the way. So it's like you're gonna have to let something go here with the energy, Chiron and North Node energy. Let's look at it. What's in their way, Spirit? How can they move it? It's your challenge. This Four of Keys. Change your vibration. Allow spirit to assist, get in the boat when they come and try and lift you out of there. Focus on all the good stuff, keep your eyes on the sun. Keep your eyes on the sunsets and the sunrises and the trees and the changes in the weather and everything. The moon. Watch the moon. Like focus, right? Spirit is saying like focus on the now. What does the sky look right now like, right? There's something really calming and freeing, and it does change your energy. Look at that. Temperance. So definitely. So it's like, yeah, Two of Cups. This is like you and your higher self. This could also be like a special friend, right, coming in. But at the very minimum, I feel like it's you and your higher self coming together. I think that's the most important part, and once you do, like what you're doing is you're focusing on all the good stuff. You're allowing spirit to assist you. And I do feel like you're transmuting energy. There's a lot of that energy going around right now, and I think it might be because of this conjunction of Chiron and the North Node in Aries. Like Aries, get her done, right? Emperor energy, boom, I'm doing it, right? It's pretty aggressive. And then you got Mars also in Capricorn, which is also aggressive. So I feel like there's a lot of healing. There's a lot of urging from the soul, like, come on with me, you know, and you going like, yeah, I get it. I do. I want wish fulfillment too. So there's a big transformation coming, and it's because it's time. It's time for like freedom to come in. It's time to like let go of whatever's been making you sad, this emotional thing, right? It's about this pattern. So the North Node and Chiron are helping you heal that up. Now, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say, like, you could have issues with your mom. Like, you might want to go back to that and ask yourself, like, do I have any resentments? You know, what are they? What are they? And what do I need to look at them for? How can I change the way I see it? You know, so that I don't have a resentment. Because what you're doing is you're attracting the same kind of thing, but it's definitely because you don't know how to vibrate at a different level. You know what I mean? There's something here. And Chiron, the wounded healer, childhood wounds, right? So I feel like there's a big change coming in for you, and freedom and excitement. Once you let go of whatever that is that we were talking about, like the childhood thing. Capricorn is next. 136. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for Capricorn for what they need. More energy. What do they need more of for Mars? The goals, to get their goals. What do they need to like have more energy of? Akashic library. Writing your own story. Is that your goal? Is it about writing? Is that your long-term goal, to write a book? Could be. It's a message of heightened intuition, self-creation. It's a really powerful card. Okay, so like, what about Chiron? What do they need more of for Chiron and North Node? Uriel and the Sphinx. Digging into the real truth. Clearing out old beliefs. It's about meditation. It's about uncovering the deepest truth about you, which would definitely work with Chiron, right? The wounded healer, they dig deep. And North Node is all about getting you out of old patterns and into something new, right? New way of thinking, new lesson. That's a lot. I just want one. Then this would be the challenge. Okay, so the energy you need more of is the Akashic library. So this would be like, you know, it could be about writing a book. So maybe that's what your goal is. Maybe you need to focus on that. Well, Mars is in Capricorn, because it is like that motivate thing. So maybe what you're doing is you're looking realistically, like, I want to write a book. Okay, so what do? I set aside how many minutes a day? How long do I have? When do I do it? And where do I start? You know, where do I really start with the writing of the book? And I'm going to dedicate this many hours a week to it, right? Your challenge here is the Three of Forces, the bird's nest. So this could be about, you know, your home, your obligations at home. It could be. So we'll check into that with more cards. And then for the Chiron one, what you need more of is Uriel and the Sphinx, like the willingness to go deep, right? Really deep, and uncover those deep truths about yourself. The challenge is the Eight of Forces. It's the lightning bolt. It's some kind of truth coming to light. So we'll just clarify all this and see what Spirit wants to tell us about it. Tell us about the Akashic library. So it could be about you wanting to write a book, right? With the Mars energy. And there's fear. But you are being urged to, you know, make a decision. Like you don't want to do it. You're scared of it. You just don't think you can do it. So the answer here would be to like meditate for, this is like the meditate card, right? Because this is part of your path. Like it's you want to do it. So if it's about writing a book, then it's about writing a book, but it's really about whatever you want it to be, right? Because you're the writer of your own life, the writer of your own story. So spirit is saying like, well, what do you want next, you know? What are your goals? It looks to me like some of you definitely have writing goals, right? And I feel like you have a fear around it. Like, I don't know, like I'm not good enough. Maybe who wants to listen to my stuff? Talk to higher self about it. Meditate. Because I think you're not correct there. You know what I mean? So the more, what you need more of is like a willingness to pick up the pen. All right, so tell me why the Three of Forces is here for Capricorn. Why is the Three of Forces here? What is the bird's nest here for? Okay. You have some responsibilities that make it feel like you can't really have a new beginning, you know, go down a different road. But you can. Here's the thing, it's telling me 10 of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. Like this is gonna, whatever this is, whatever your goal is with Mars, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid that you can't do it. That's all I really want to say, because I see it happening. I also see like you have obligations and it scares you, Capricorn. It scares you because you're like, I don't, how am I gonna, and it's basically like, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Make a good plan. It'll work out. I feel like you have to end this fear, because I feel like, you know, when you got Mars and Capricorn together, I mean, what else can you come up with? I mean, that's definitely going to be the outcome every time, right? A new beginning. But you are afraid because of some kind of responsibilities, you know? Like you have a burden and you just don't know if you can do this thing. It's a goal of yours. It's something that you're scared of. Whoops. Dang, I just threw these cards all over. I don't know what that was all about. Okay, so now this is about Chiron in the North Node, or Uriel in the Sphinx. Let's see what's going on here. This is what you need more energy of. So like willing to dig deep into who you truly are. Nine of Wands. You know, I think you've been Nine of Wands since you were little. This is the Chiron energy, wounded healer, right? So I feel like, and this is the wounded warrior. So kind of same card. And I feel like what you're doing is digging down deep all the way to childhood. And you're realizing you're realizing the gifts you got. 10 of Cups. It's coming up roses for you, man. It is. I feel like this is like a breakthrough moment. It really, really is. I love this for you. Why is the lightning bolt your challenge? So you have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups here. That's pretty dang good. Uncovering the truth. Probably about how deep your love goes, maybe. Lightning bolt. So the challenge here is the Lovers. Oh, didn't see that coming. The Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Empress. Chiron and North Node. Your higher self is telling you something, you know, showing something to you. And it's a challenge. It could be like, this could be about your North Node path, or it could be about like your mom, or the example that you had when you were young about love, like your parents, the way they loved each other maybe, or didn't love each other, whatever the case may be, right? And so I think that there's part of you like, I don't know, like maybe you feel some type of way, like you don't like it that you went through it. But when you uncover it, when you really uncover it, you know, I'm doing that because it's the Sphinx. And I'm thinking like, you know, like you're sweeping away the sand to like uncover the Sphinx, right? And the Sphinx is you. And what you're uncovering is like, I think something phenomenal. Like, even though, like, as a child, you went through a lot, I feel like you see what it gave you. It's about love. It's about Ten of Cups. Maybe it's the way you love your own kids, right? Chiron and North Node. Tell me more about this Eight of Forces, and it's the challenge. You're given a choice here. Now, see, I feel like what they're saying is like there is success coming in everything. But it's this, I think the only thing I can see stopping you is fear. You know, and what it is it's fear of choosing yourself. And it could be because of something someone said when you were little, like a mom, right? Maybe they just never, ever allowed you to have an opinion. You never mattered, or you felt like you didn't, right? And so I think that all of that knowledge is kind of coming in for full circle. And instead of feeling lacking, I feel like your higher self is showing you how successful it was. Like you wanted this. Like, show me what's going on here. What are you showing them? I feel like what you're understanding is like, even though it was a tough childhood or whatever, right? It looks like it. Um, even though if it was a rough childhood, I feel like what they're kind of showing you is like who you turn out to be. You know, because you're here like with um, the Empress as well as the High Priestess, right? You're manifesting here, Ten of Pentacles. You're successful. I feel like you're doing really well, but I feel like you haven't put all of the pieces together about it yet. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what's happening with this energy. I feel like you're putting together the pieces of you. And what you're ending up understanding is like you're beautiful and wonderful and valuable. And anything that happened like gave you certain gifts. And I feel like you might be seeing them, understanding them, feeling them. Chiron and North Node in Aries. So I feel like you're going to be seeing your life differently. You're going to be seeing the truth of it, the success of it. And I do believe that you're going to be able to choose yourself. If you do, I promise there's just nothing but success. You know what I mean? Like there's a place in time where you have a choice to make. And there's quite a few options. You talk to spirit and they do tell you. Like I do feel like you get the awareness with the Ace of Wands. And it is successful and it lights you up. And then I feel like you're kind of on a new path because you got the World card here, you know? So I feel like this fear is probably going to have to go down, you know? Because what's meant for you and is probably most likely coming, and because Mars is making it happen, right? So I feel like you're going to be understanding some really big stuff. I hope that made sense. Okay, Aquarius. 149.34. Okay. Spirit, tell me about Aquarius and Mars and Chiron and challenges to. So what you need more energy of is Queen of Roses. Surrender, love. You need more strategy in the Chiron and energy, Chiron and North Node energy. Your challenge in Mars is the Queen of Forces, balance. And your challenge in Chiron is to trust your soul, to trust it enough to do something new. Aquarius. So, let's see what's going on with this reading. Tell me why the Queen of Roses is the energy they need more of for the coming Mars. Oh, we're in it now. Mars and Cap. Tell me what Aquarius needs to know about the Queen of Roses. Why do they need more of it? Look at that. You need to just concentrate on being love and surrendering the outcome to anything, right? With the Mars thing. You have 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands. Just keep leading from your heart. Just keep doing that because it's leading you right to what you want, everything. Your challenge is the Queen of Forces. Why? Why is the Queen of Forces Aquarius's challenge? So to reach your goals, Spirit says lead from your heart space, right? And just be grateful for what you have and be grateful for it, right? In accepting, in surrendering the outcome. Like, I'm just following you, Spirit, right? And your challenge is the Queen of Forces, which is the Queen of Wands. It's about confidence. It's about balance. It's about power, right? And I feel like there's something weird going on here with the Queen of. It looks to me like you could be missing an opportunity. What are we talking about? Mars. You could be missing an opportunity with a soul friend, right? And it's a new beginning. It is gonna kind of like balance out your life, right? But it's slow. Three of Wands, but you manifested it. Why is the Four of Cups here? Why is the Four of Cups here? Because someone broke your heart. It was an emperor. And I feel like they didn't choose you. And it's kind of thrown you off balance. It's thrown you off your game, you know? And I think it's holding you back. So whoever this emperor is that broke your heart, I think they were shady. And I feel like you just feel like it wasn't fair, you know? So I feel like, they're asking you to have balance and you're trying to. But the reason that you need more of the Queen of Cups is because she's about surrendering, right? And this thing broke your heart, right? And you're still sitting here sad about it. And Spirit is saying, like, I feel like you just need to, like, have confidence in your higher self and just say, whatever's supposed to happen, I trust it. I'm just going to live today at being the best person I know how to be. You know, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I feel like. But what I do see coming in is like, I feel like money's coming in, but it's, you gotta stay in this like, um, surrender to spirit mode, you know, it's coming, but I don't know. That's just what I got. So Chiron and North Node, what you need to heal your wounds, you need more strategy. How come? King of Pentacles. This is about manifesting money. Judgment is about being in alignment with your higher self, right? So there's strategy here. How do you become the King of Pentacles, right? How do you become aligned with that energy so that you can turn everything into gold? Everything you touch turns to gold. And then you're successful. But there's just something under the surface, you know, because I was looking at it, I'm like, that looks pretty good, you know, stay in that energy where you're aligned, right? I feel like you do have success coming in, that you can manifest money. Just, you know, I mean, the King of Pentacles is here saying like, everything you touch turns to gold. But what's underneath the surface, and we are talking here about Chiron and North Node. So I feel like there's something under the surface. It's childhood wound. And yeah, or it could be about children. I see the Six of Cups. Maybe you didn't feel loved as a child. You have memories like that. Right? So it's something maybe Chiron is having you look at because they want you to see the truth. You know? Because basically, I mean, you need more of that strategy of like having your higher self aligned. But what's happening is like your human is pretty concerned about something that happened a long time ago. It could have even been this emperor thing, but it looks to me like it's like really old, like childhood stuff. And it's seeping on through to your life today, you know? So your challenge here is to take a leap of faith in the up in the air card. So Spirit's asking you to do something you've never done before. This could be about your North Node, right? It's the Wheel of Fortune, so it's about divine timing. And here's what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to let go. Let go of something. They want to show you something, right? They want to show you. I feel like what they want to show you is maybe their point of view, right? Their point of view. Whatever they have to say heals you from whatever this is. They show you and it makes things suddenly appear right. Six of Pentacles. Like, oh, I get it. It's like you're understanding the bigger picture, but it's like, you know, it's really about being in that moment of surrender, because I feel like you're scared and you're guarded here. That's why it's your challenge, you know, and Spirit is asking you to do something different. It is your choice, you know, use your intuition, stay true to yourself. Tell me more about up in the air. Yeah, there it is. You're scared and they're asking you to be the fool and just take the leap. Your higher self, like, please just jump, jump. Where are you taking them, Spirit? Show me the end result after that jump. Where do you guys take them? To the truth. To the truth. You're going to be learning lots of things. Spirit is right here. Showing you, like, I feel like showing you your strength, showing you got what you got when you were up crying all night, like how much it really changed you. Like this Queen of Cups is here again, like that energy they're asking you to be more of, and like what that energy did for you, you know, like it's giving you stability. Like you don't know it, but like you already are, right? You already are stable. You already are doing it. You definitely got good energy, forward movement. And I feel like you got, you know, 4 wands and 10 of pentacles coming for sure. And I think you need to cultivate like surrendering the outcome of just about everything, you know? Like I'm just going to live right now. I'm just going to do right now and see how that goes, you know? Like living in that kind of free falling kind of moment, you know? Because I feel like that's kind of what's going to align you. And I feel like that's when you like see the bigger picture of maybe what happened when you were a kid and the truth of it, and maybe it sets you free. Maybe something, the way you saw things before, your soul showing you something different. And acceptance comes with that. And so does a vibe change. And so does like losing fear. And so does like just living truth and living, you know, from your heart space. And like, I feel like that's what's happening here. Okay, so Pisces is next. Let's look at Pisces. Let's see what time it is. 2:01:36. Okay, Pisces. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is. Let's get 4 cards for Pisces. Same lineup as before. Pisces. Okay, so what you need more of, as far as Mars goes in your goal setting, is like 8 of Roses. This is about your community. This is about friends in your community. What your challenge is here is a karmic trench and getting out of it. It's like a pattern you've been in. So that could be a challenge here with the Mars energy, because what you're doing is you're making your goals, you're setting your goals with Mars, right? And Capricorn, get her done, right? So it's definitely forward movement. So I feel like you must have some kind of like goal or idea about something to do with your community. It could be your family, but it could be like where, you know, your town or your whatever, community, church, could be anything, right? But I also feel like the challenge is a karmic trench that you've been in. And so like it's going to be probably a challenge to maybe this could slow down the progress of the Mars placement, right? So Spirit, tell me what's going on in the community card for Pisces. Whoa. Empress. So maybe you're birthing something new in your community, right? Building something, creating something. Something that you've been talking to Spirit about for a while. I wonder, why is the Lovers here? Is there a Lovers with you, right? Lovers is about a choice too. Whoops. But what you need more of is community. Maybe the community you need more of has something to do with like tapping in, like a yoga class, right? I feel like also like honoring the Empress in you, the creator in you, you know, what you're capable of doing, right? I feel like you are building something in your community. I feel like you're letting go of something that just wasn't working for you. I feel like it's sad. I do. But I feel like you've been talking to Spirit about it. And it's been a struggle, right? So should we see what it is? What is it that they're letting go of? It could be a lover. Justice, strength, and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're letting go of some kind of struggle. You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe about like, maybe whatever your goal was seemed like it's been a long time. Like you've been trying to get it done for a long time. It's like planning and like a never ending like list of planning, and it's been a struggle. And maybe that's what you're letting go of, is that, because I do feel like there's good shit coming here. Like um you've got the Empress, you've got the Lovers, you've got the Justice, you've got Strength. And so you have 4 major arcanas. So you're learning quite a bit here. And it's got something to do with your family and the family structure and the stability of the family. And I feel like that's what your whole goal is about. It's maybe something about your own family or doing something that will benefit them. It is the community card. So like if you're doing something new, like you're opening up a new, I don't know, something for your community, you know, like a co-op or something like that. You know, it could seem like it took forever, and maybe you all, you know, just maybe haven't been putting a lot of work into it, or maybe it's just taking a long time. I feel like whatever that is, like good juju. Keep putting your energy into it, whatever you're doing. It's good for you. And tell me what the karmic trench is. So I feel like this might be what you need to let go of. Tell me what the karmic trench. This is a cycle. A cycle. Yeah, it's ending. It's one where you feel guarded. So you're kind of owning your Empress here. Like you're the leader of the pack here. What is this, I wonder? What is your goal? You're creating something. You've talked to Spirit about it. It's bringing in something very cool for other people, including your family. I feel like you have learned a lot of strength through this, but you've also understood some kind of justice, like in your life, like possibly like the karmic trench that you were in, right? The cycle that you were in, the victim mentality maybe that you were in. Like it's all done. Like you're seeing it a whole new way. And sometimes when you're in a karmic trench, all it takes is a one thought change. You know what I mean? And so maybe you're just looking at this and you're like, I think, you know, like, I think I'm not, that I wasn't accurate. I wasn't accurate with the way I felt about myself. I mean, that wasn't anything about leading with love. You see what you're learning over here in this Empress energy as you're building something, honestly, and the Wheel of Fortune, as well as like your higher self leading the way. I just feel like tap in and work with like leading with love, because whatever cycle you're trying to let go of, you really are letting go of it with Mars. Like what's happening is Mars and Capricorn are like pointing it out. Like this is holding you back. This is holding you back. And you're like, whoa, man. Okay. So off it changes. You know what I mean? King of Cups. It's time. You do follow your higher self. I see it in the Fool card. So in the Chiron here, Ark of the Covenant is what you need more energy of. And so this would be like understanding your value to the whole universe. Understanding that it's more than just nothing. You're not an ant. You're a soul. And you have just as much ability and insight and power as anybody else, as a soul. And you're powered from love as well. So tell me what this Chiron and North Node energy, I feel like this is your North Node energy. Like realizing really, really what you're here for. You're a vessel. And I feel like you're understanding it. You have 111 right here, Pisces. You're a vessel of light. And I feel like you're understanding that here, which is good. And, wow. Unconditional love. You're a vessel of unconditional love and knowledge, too. Like just in secrets, like powerful secrets, right? Like show me about it. What else do they have in that? Beautiful. You have knowledge on how to start something new. You've got a connection with spirit that maybe you'd forgotten about. Sometimes when we have like a tough childhood or something, we do forget about that connection, but I see like it's coming in. You're understanding. You've got winged messengers as your challenge. How come? This is the Two of Roses, so it's like the Two of Cups. It's like a soul friend. And it's your challenge. It's successful. It's a new way to look at things. It's higher learning with the Hierophant. It's equal give and take. Oh my gosh, do you have someone coming in to love on you? Pisces, you do. Maybe more than one. Wow. It's all this cool energy you got, huh? Ark of the Covenant. I think the Chiron North Node energy looks great on you, Pisces. I do. Like, I feel like you're really got a lot of, like, I don't know, like confidence and like sincerity and happiness, and you have a new outlook on things, right? You have someone coming in, man. Could be marriage material even with the Hierophant there. This could be your challenge, Spirit is saying. How come? Why would that be a challenge? Like, you might get distracted. Or it could be saying like you could miss this opportunity, and it's like 10 of Pentacles. Because you're confused. Pisces and Two of Cups again. Man. So I see a change coming in. Okay. So I kind of feel like Spirit is trying to like, oh, I see the heartbreak. Lots of heartbreak. I'm sorry, Pisces. Your readings are usually so beautiful. But it looks like this is kind of like a tough lesson here. This is all about Chiron and being shifted onto your North Node. So I can see that it's a tough sitch, right? So it looks like, you're confused about this Two of Cups. This is a soul friend. It is. But for some reason, I don't know. It looks like you might miss the opportunity. I don't know why. Five of Swords. You're scratching your head. You don't really know what to do. It could be about Three of Swords. Like, someone in the past hurt me, So there's someone coming in that's a soul friend, and it's going to be successful, and it could be about marriage. They're definitely here to teach you something new, show you something new, change your perspective on something. But you might just dismiss it. So just be aware of that. Chiron, North Node. challenge is the Two of Cups. Could be that you just like being single, you know, but even if you do, like, I'm not even saying this person is really like coming in to like offer, well, they could be offering you love, but I think what they're offering you really is pentacles, you know, and love could come with it, but it's like you know, I mean, I don't know. You're having a hard time letting go of some kind of heartbreak, some kind of fear, some kind of like tower kind of moment, you know? God, those were long readings, huh? I feel like I've been here all day. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. And I love you guys. I hope you have a great day.